What is up, guys? Welcome back to this cryptocurrency video. In this video, we're going to be having a look right here at Bitcoin on the 3-day. On the MACD, Bitcoin is losing a lot of steam. We're going to be having a look right here on the weekly time frame. Bitcoin is making the same bearish divergence that we saw right here back in 2021, which created this nice little bear market. We're going to be having a look at the total market cap. We're going to be having a look at the Bitcoin dominance. And before that, let's talk about my $10,000 to $1 million challenge. If you guys are not following and if you guys have not been subscribed to this channel, I am doing a new challenge. You guys can see right here, I started with 10,000, currently sitting right here at, I believe, $23,000 right here. I did take this ICP trade. You guys can see I'm currently down $60. If you guys want access to all my trades, by the way, make sure you guys click on the link in the description below. BYDeFi, sign up. Send me your UID or comment your UID down below and you will get access to essentially all my trade. All you have to do is pretty much join a Discord after I give you access to the trades. So that's what's happening right here, guys. Things are looking pretty darn good. We did close a fat position today, unfortunately, of negative 4,790, but overall the total profit is still sitting at 25,000 and the total loss is sitting at 12,326 with an overall win rate of 62.5%. So like I said, if you guys are interested in this challenge, make sure you guys click on the link in the description below. Anyways, this is BYDeFi. We're also going to be having a look at the altcoin season right here. It's currently the Bitcoin season, as you guys can see, but let's start off with this on the 3-day time frame. You guys can see right here that the last time we essentially saw this right here, Bitcoin lost some steam on the MACD. This is when we slowly turned green, flipped red, and we pretty much crashed. Now, we didn't crash so much, obviously. Bitcoin took it from $73,000 all the way to $50,000. It's not the biggest crash, but it's a nice little pullback, obviously. Before pumping to the upside, we could see that once the MACD pretty much flipped green, that's when we essentially became pretty bullish, as you guys can see right here. And then, of course, once the MACD turned red, we essentially took a nice little dump from $107,000 all the way to $74,000. Now, that is a pretty big pullback. And the big question is, can the same thing happen right here? You guys can see that the MACD, once again, is losing some steam on the 3-day time frame. It looks like the moving averages are about to be bearish. The blue is about to flip under the orange, which is obviously not the best sign. You guys can see right here, it's getting very, very close. And if this does happen, can this essentially be the start of the bear market? Can we essentially never even see an altcoin season? So you guys can see right here on the weekly time frame, we did have a higher high right here, a higher high, and right here we had a lower high on the stochastic RSI. And right now we are having the exact same lower high on the stochastic RSI that we're essentially seeing. So can we have that same exact pullback right here on the weekly time frame? We're gonna have to see. Time will tell. A lot of people are like, oh, but this candle is flipping bullish. You guys can see that this candle is looking pretty good on the weekly time frame, making a nice little bounce to the upside. I mean, can I remind you what happened here and what happened here when everyone thought this was going to be a bullish candle, when Bitcoin took it all the way from $196,000 all the way to $78,000. We essentially continue the dump before essentially exploding to the top. But at the end of the guys, this is still a bearish divergence. It's not the best news. And if we have a look right here on the total, Bitcoin obviously is gonna essentially drive this price because most of this, the market cap is obviously on Bitcoin. Bitcoin market cap is currently sitting at $2.2 trillion. The total market cap is sitting at $3.25 trillion. So if you actually exclude Bitcoin and we do total 2, which is not including Bitcoin, you guys can see that the market cap is just at $1.15 trillion. So we're gonna have to see if Bitcoin right here or the total market cap, including Ethereum, not including Bitcoin, can essentially hold a weekly above this level right here, which is the 50 moving average. Because if we do close below, you could expect some more bleeding in altcoins, of course, going back down to $894 billion. If we have a look right here at BTC.D, we know, guys, Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance is pretty big. I mean, there's no question. If you guys have been watching my other videos, I know, and I've been saying that the Bitcoin dominance will go back to at least 72% before we essentially see that mega altcoin season. I know a lot of people are calling a big altcoin season right now, and it's going to essentially do that. But no, in my opinion, we're going to see what the previous years have been doing. We saw it back in 2021. We saw it back in 2019. We saw it back in 2017. In order for us to have that mega altcoin season, we need to essentially see pretty much that go down. Now, in 2017, the interesting part is that the altcoin season exploded, absolutely exploded, but it only lasted 2 months. Right here, obviously, it lasted 3 months. So the big question is, can we be getting set for a massive altcoin season? Now, I think the altcoin season is going to be a little bit slower. The gains won't be like 2020, 2017 and 2021 in my opinion, but it's going to be longer, so more money will be flowing into altcoins. I don't think we're going to see 30-40% gains every day, but we might see 10-15%. And of course, if you're playing on leverage, you could essentially be making a lot of money if you're playing on 3x or 4x or even 5x leverage. So that's what's happening in my opinion. I think we're going to see this going to as high as 72%. If we essentially break 72% and we close above multiple monthly candles, I think that altcoins are officially dead. So it's only a matter of time for us to understand and to see what the altcoins will happen and what they will do. Now, is it altcoin season? Like I said, like we saw in the Bitcoin dominance, it's definitely not altcoin season. Is it altcoin year? It's definitely not altcoin year, even though, by the way, the altcoin year is getting closer to an altcoin year than the altcoin season is getting closer to an altcoin season. Yes, you guys can see it's clearly Bitcoin season right here. And of course, right here, we're sitting in the neutral section. So right above the Bitcoin season. So in my opinion, it's still Bitcoin season. In the 90 days. In the year, in my opinion, is still Bitcoin season. Now, just to clarify, what exactly is an altcoin season or an altcoin year? If 75% of the top 50 coins perform better than Bitcoin over the last 90 days, it is an altcoin season. Excluded for the top 50 are stable coins, DAI, and all these things, WBTC, WETH, WLink, and all these things. So they're not counting that, okay? They're counting just hardcore assets that are not, wrapped, or they're not stable coins. So that's what's happening right here. By the way, guys, I do want to talk about this smart algo right here. If you guys are interested in smart algo, I will be leaving a link in the description below. But pretty much they're on Market Watch, they've been on Yahoo News, they have Discord, and they're on TradingView. Pretty much if you essentially sign up with them and you essentially, buy their thing, you guys can see $495 for a lifetime, or $87 for a monthly, or quarterly $129 every 3 months. You could get access to all this on TradingView. So Smart Algo Indicator Suite, 8 advanced indicators, Smart Algo Bot, trading setup and idea, VIP Discord, all feature and updates, 24/7 support, and more. And of course, if you do have the lifetime, you get Pro V4 indicator, you get Smart Money Toolkit, which in my opinion is very important. You need to know where the smart money is essentially going. And of course, access to Signal Room right here. So, of course, if you guys are interested, make sure you guys join the link in the description below. There's over 10,000 verified users, 25 premium features, and pretty much that's about it. So, obviously, this is my video, guys. It's going to be a very short video. If you guys are interested in joining the challenge, the BYDeFi challenge, $10,000. We're currently up to $23,000, so over 120% gain. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys click on the link in the description below. I will be leaving the link to BYDeFi. Not only will you get cheap fees, but you will essentially save money and you could essentially trade with me. So if you guys are interested in partake of the challenge with me, make sure you guys click on the link in the description below, and I will see you guys in my next video.